Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We are back with another video. Today, after a lot of research, we came up with one of the best blue chip companies in the stock market. Today, we will going to see the 5 best companies whose market cap should be more than 3000 crores, who also have a solid profit growth, a good ROE which is return on equity with great price and with low PE ratio and good fundamentals key highlights. So all the companies in this today's video will be of different sectors. So let's start the video. But before we start, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel and share with your friends and family. And this is not a bias or recommendation video. This is just for your personal knowledge. Do your own analysis before spending. So let's start with the first company. So the first company in our list is IPO Energy Service Limited. The current price of the company is 1447 rupees, whereas the high was 3150 rupees approximately and the low was 1002 rupees. The company has generated positive 31.48% of return to its shareholder in the last 1 year. Now let's have a look on the fundamental key highlights of this company. So the market cap is almost 4000 crores, the PE is 8.57, the ROC which is return on capital employed is 236%, the EPS which is earning per share is 171 rupees, the book value is 222 rupees, whereas the ROE which is return on equity is 176%, the promoters holding is 73.5% and the face value is 10 rupees. But if you see the 5-year sales, it's 229% growth. The profit for 5 years is 358% and ROE which is return on equity for 5 years is 170%. So this is the overall fundamental key highlights of this company. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons of the company. So in pros, the company is almost debt free. The company has almost reduced debt. The company has delivered a good profit growth of 358% CAGR in the last 5 years. The company has a good return on investment track record for the 3 years of ROE which is around 171%. And in cons, there isn't anything. So this was the detail of the first company. So the second company in our list is Supreme Petrochemical Limited. So the company's current price is 750 rupees approximately. All time high is 1025 rupees where the low was 615 rupees. The company has generated almost 20% returns to its shareholder in the last 1 year. Now let's move on to the next sheet, which is the fundamental key highlights of the company. So the market cap of the company is 3000 crores. The PE is almost 11. The ROC which is return on capital employed is 66.2%. The EPS which is earning per share is 67.9 rupees. Even the book value is 174 rupees and ROE which is return on capital is 50.5%. The promoters holding is 64.01. Whereas the 5-year sales is 11.5%. The return for 5 years is 15.6%, whereas the profit for 5 years is almost 30%. So this is the overall fundamental key highlights of our second company. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons of the company. So in pros, the company is almost reduced debt. The company is also debt free. The company has delivered good profit growth of 29.4% CAGR in the last 3 years. The company has a good ROE which is return on equity. The company has been maintaining a healthy dividend payout of 34.4. So this was the fundamental key highlights of the company. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons of the company. So in pros, the company has almost reduced debt. The company is almost debt free. The company had delivered a good profit growth of almost 30% CAGR in the last 5 years. The company has a good ROE which is return on equity of almost 43.7% in the last 3 years. The company has also maintained a healthy dividend payout of 34.4%. Whereas in cons, there isn't any data about this company in cons area. So now let's move on to the next company. So our third company in our list is Share India Security Limited. So the current price of the company is 1300 rupees, whereas the all-time high is almost 1475 rupees and the low was 725 rupees. The company has given in the positive side 50% return to its shareholder in the last 1 year. So this is the overall graph of the company. Now let's have a look on the fundamental key highlights of this company. So the market cap of the company is almost 4000 crores. The PE is 15.8. The ROC which is return on capital employed is 57.4, whereas the EPS which is earning per share is almost 80 rupees. The ROE which is return on equity is 55.9%. The book value is 180 rupees. The promoters holding is 53% and the dividend yield is 0.47%. The face value is 10 rupees. If you see the 5 years area, so the 5-year sales is around 51%, the 5-year return is almost 70%, the 5 years ROE which is return on equity is 38.5% and the 5 years profit is 91.1%. So this was the fundamental key highlights of the company. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons account of the company. So the company is expected to give good quarterly result. The company has delivered a good profit growth of 91.1% CAGR in the last 5 years. The company has a good ROE which is return on equity for 3 years is around 41.8%. And in cons, the stock is trading around 7 times its book value. The promoters has placed almost 30% of its holding, and even the promoters holding has decreases over the last 3 years by almost around 13.4%. Now the fourth company in our list is Godavari Power Limited. So the current price of the company is almost 303 rupees. All time high is almost 500 rupees and the low was 223 rupees. The company has generated almost 13.59, which is almost around 14% return, positive return to its shareholder in the last 1 year. Now let's have a look on the fundamental key highlights of this company. So the market cap of the company is almost around 4,277 crores. The PE is 3.72. The ROC, which is return on capital employed, is 55.6%. The EPS, which is earning per share, is 87.3 rupees. The ROE, which is return on equity, is 52.1%. The promoters holding is 67.5%. And the book value is 257 rupees. The dividend yield is 3.23%. The face value is 5 rupees. The sales for 5 years is 25%. The 5 years return is almost around 50%. The 5 years ROE is 35.4%. And the 5 years profit is 82.6%. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons account of the company. So in pros, the company has reduced debt. The stock is trading around 1.18 times its book value. The stock has provided a good dividend yield of 3.2%. The company has delivered a good profit growth of almost 82.6% CAGR in the last 5 years. The company has a good ROE, which is return on equity for 3 years, which is around 38.8%. And in cons, there isn't anything about this company. So now we will have a look on the last company in our list, which is Deepak Nitrate Limited. So the current price of the company is almost around 2,120 rupees. The all-time high was around 2,690 rupees and the low was 1,681 rupees. The last 1 year, the company has generated almost negative 1% returns to its shareholder. So this was the overall graph of the company. Now let's have a look on the fundamental key highlights of the company. So the market cap is almost around 28,870 crores. The PE is 31.4. The ROC, which is return on capital employed, is 44.5. The EPS is 67.4. The ROE is 37.4. The book value is 268, whereas the promoters holding is 45.7%. The dividend yield is around 0.33%. The face value is 2 rupees, whereas the 5 year sales is 37.8%. The 5 years return is 56.5%. The 5 years ROE, which is return on equity, is 34.2%, and the 5 years profit is 87%. Now let's have a look on the pros and cons account of the company. So in pros, the company has almost reduced debt. The company is almost debt free. The company has delivered a good profit growth of 87% CAGR in the last 5 years. And the company has a good ROE, which is return on equity for 3 years, which is around 40.1%. And in cons, the stock is trading around 8 times its book value, which is very high. So these are some of the 5 main companies, blue chip companies, which are listed in the stock market, which is trading on a good price and eventually which is a very profitable companies in different sectors. So you can personally go and have a look about this company. And if you want a detailed fundamental analysis of any of the company, just comment it down and we will make a video on that. So thank you so much for spending some time with us. We will back with another topic. Till then, bye and have a nice day. And don't forget to like and subscribe the channel and share with your friends and family. Bye bye.